Griffin, you had the opportunity to get on the floor in front of the home crowd last weekend. What was that like for you?
Oh, it was so great. Well, I also got to do bars, which was really fun because I haven't really gotten to do that. So I really, really worked hard this summer to get that new bar routine because I was like, this is my biggest goal, and I achieved it. And I didn't think I could do it, but Brian, he was like, let's keep going. And I really got it down. And being back on the floor, that it just brings up a lot of like emotion and just like excitement because it's been a long journey, but I was just really excited to get back out there and show everybody and honestly just perform because I love doing that.
And of course, this is the Power of Pink meet this Friday. What does that mean to you?
So to me, like Dana and Shawn said, it's just competing for a bigger cause. And I've actually had an opportunity to work at DCH this semester with the Cancer Center. And so I've been like kind of like been introduced to a huge community, the breast cancer community. And I've had the chance to just like realize what these people are going through and the opportunities that we can give them, support groups, and just things that make their day just a little bit better. And yeah, so it's really exciting because I have a little bit of a different point of view this year.
And of course, you are not just part of the breast cancer awareness movement, but you've also been engaged in some other community service. Can you talk about that a little bit?
So this year, I wanted to bring awareness to something else. So there is a little boy. His name is Striker, and we have these T-shirts. They say Striker Strong, and so I've really wanted to raise awareness because he has a very rare condition, and it's really not well known. And we really just want to raise awareness for people who are not aware of it. And we've been doing sticks for Striker every meet. So this was our fifth meet, so we did $5 per stick, and then the next home meet will be the sixth meet, so we'll do $6 per stick. And it kind of just like motivates us a little bit to like when I see people sick, I'm like, oh yeah, $6 more, like let's raise more, like we got this. And but yeah.
All right, Juliet, go ahead.
Hi, Griffin. Can you talk about your road to recovery? And I know you had that huge injury. Can you just talk about what it's been like to come back and compete on floor again?
Yeah, of course. So when I got hurt, it was almost 2 years ago. Actually, a week from today is 2 years, and the recovery, honestly. So happened and got sent home from COVID, and I was like kind of distraught. I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, I've literally never experienced anything like this. I don't have Monica with me, our trainer, and I don't have like my support group here, like all my best friends. So I went home and I was in quarantine, and I got to go to physical therapy like 3 times a week, and it was the best part of my week because I got to see people that like I never got to talk to, and it was like, oh, it's my adventure for the day out of quarantine. So I did that, and it was long, and I was like, oh, I didn't know what to do. So it was getting better, and then I finally got to come back and started training. It was slow, and that's when Bill was here, and so he was helping me get through that. And finally, when I got to compete, that was like the most emotional time. Honestly, I still, every time I step to do a floor routine in the gym or in the meet, I like, it's just like very emotional to me because like, I'm like, I'm doing this. I honestly, when that happened, I was like, everything's over. Like, what am I going to do? And so just to think that I've come this far is, it's like really amazing, and it's emotional. Like, I talked about it to a group earlier this year, and I like started crying because I was like, it's like crazy, but honestly, kind of crazy to say, but I honestly wouldn't change anything for that. It really made me the person who I am today, and it made me stronger and grew my love for gymnastics.
Katie Wyndham.
Hey, Griffin, I have kind of like a follow-up question on some of the stuff you were saying earlier, and then about, DCH and Striker Strong, and then also a gymnastics question. So first, was, working at the Cancer Center just something you chose you wanted to do? Or is it like something for school, or just an area that interested you in volunteering? And then did y'all have some sort of like connection to Striker? How did that all kind of come about?
So I'm a senior this year, and I'm only taking 2 classes. And I was like, I went up to Dana. I was like, Dana, I cannot stand being bored. Like, please, can you help me find an opportunity to stay busy? And she's like, yes. Like, at our past senior Shay, she did the same thing. She's like, you're literally gonna love it. So I go about 3 times a week, and I just help with the outreach coordinator with all these activities for the cancer patients to take part of, and it's very fun. I love being busy. So after on my day off, I go there, and I'm just like, she's like, how long can you stay? I'm like, I'll stay as long as you want. Like, I literally love being here. And then for Striker, his dad was a alumni on the baseball team, and he reached out to Dana, and Dana was like, Griffin, like, I want you to have this opportunity, like, run with it, do what you want. And I was like, okay, that's what I want to do. So it's just another little added thing that I get to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then gymnastics wise, Dana kind of talked about in the post meet how like there's so many people fighting for every lineup spot and how it's all really competitive. What does that kind of say about the depth of this team? And then as a gymnast, how do you kind of balance the competitiveness of competing with your teammates for lineup spots and also, like being happy for them when they get those spots?
Yeah, so I was saying this year, like, I've never been on a team with this much depth. We have every person who does bars can be in the bar lineup, which is really fun because for like kind of for my spot and our few other people, it's like every single day is a competition. It honestly makes it super fun, and it's I don't know, it's like a competition every single day, and it's just fun to see when their hard work just pays off because we have so much depth, and it pushes people to do better every day. Like, our vault lineup is just where it is today because our depth is so strong, and we have so many 1.5s. It's like now at this point, it's like, you can stick it or not.
Juliet, go ahead.
I know you talked about how emotional doing the floor routine is, but I watched last year whenever you first had your first routine back from your injury. Can you just talk about what those emotions were like? Just being back out there and then having your team run up to you and like just like hug you and everything.
Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't think I'd be able to go back, and I was like, the beginning of the year, they're like, what are your goals? I was like, my goal is to compete floor again. Like, I want to do that. Might be like one of the most thrilling experiences like in the entire world. And after I finished that floor routine, I saw them on the sidelines, and they were literally already crying. And I was like, this is just emotional. And my family was there. My family was there too when the injury did happen. So it was really fun to have them there. And I was just really excited and just knew that all the troubles I'd gone through was going to be worth it.
All right. Anything else for Griffin? Well, thank everybody for their time.
Thank you, and roll Tide.
Thank you.